Welcome to day 10 in creating this PHP web framework vlog series, and we've implemented a commenting system, done some general maintenance. We are working on a forum system now. This is part 2 actually in the forum system. So where do we get to with this? And we need to activate XAMPP. So need to you load that and load this. Shouldn't take a second or two, or it should only take a second or two, not that it shouldn't. Okay, so go back, refresh, and we're done. Good stuff. So we were working on a forum, which was forum at the home page at the moment. So what we have at the moment, if we go to the home page, is it prints out all of the different forum sections. Really, this page probably wouldn't be more than this. I'm actually going to enclose this within a h1 tag. Refresh. Yeah, it really wouldn't be much more than this. General help is from our database. If we go to forum sections, we've got our sections here. Now in forum categories, we'll have the different categories. So let's just quickly lay out some categories within help and within general. These are just dummy categories, but I'm going to make them sound pretty relevant. Help. So let's have a look at what Sonar Learning has within the two different categories, sections. Discussion, ask for features, bugs, showcase. Honestly, I'm just going to stick with these categories. Going to keep it nice and simple, and I know what they are then. Instead of copying and pasting into here, I might as well do it directly into the category. So if I go insert, and if I just drag this tab over here, copy that. For the section ID, I'm going to put 1, which refers to this particular ID here, so it'll be within general. So 1 title is general discussion. For everything that isn't a help request. And okay, it's looking pretty good. Insert another row. So if we click go, this is 1. For this, it is ask for features. One again for the section ID, and that's bugs. I will manually put that in myself. That's a very small word, probably just be easier like this. Next is showcase. I'll type that in myself. Showcase. One. And for this, I'll copy this out, paste it, and now do the same for the description. And now we're going to be using the second section, which is help. And this is the first one, general. So I'll copy that, type in general. Section ID as 2, and for the title, it is programming. Next, it's science. Next is computer science or comp sci, computing, whatever you want to call it. computer science. Hope you've all had a good day so far, depending on when you're actually watching this. You may have just woke up, or you may have just, your day may have just started, who knows. 2, and this was maths. The same with history as well, so 2, history. Okay, happy with that. Now if we go to browse, we've got all of the different categories now, and in the we need to make these clickable. So what we want to do is enclose the title with an ahref, so ahref equals, and let's close off the AH tag, and in here we need do we want sonar backslash path : 2. I think that's the one, the method we're looking for. And for this, I'm gonna put forum / categories. Save that. Let's refresh. Okay, line 15, unexpected something. Okay, there should be no semicolon here. Refresh. Okay, that's all working. Now we need to actually pass in some sort of parameter. It'll be a get parameter. So instead of just categories, we need to put /, and in here we need to actually append the depending on how you want to do this. You can put an ID. The reason I'm thinking about this is if we go to, let's have a look at what the Khan Academy forum's like. And if we, let's go to the discussion. As you can see, they put /math /algebra instead of saying /1 /4 the IDs. We've got okay, so let's change things up slightly. We go back to our forum sections, and we'll have another column. We'll put it after the ID. It's going to be a simple varchar. Has to be unique. And for this is going to be title ID. Should we call it section ID? Section ID, yeah, call it section ID. Or valid length, I'll put 32. Well, it doesn't like it being named that. Okay, is there something to do with this? Nope, definitely don't want that. Go to that. Structure. Let's add it again. We'll put section ID, varchar 32. Go back to structure, let's make this unique. Duplicate entry for key section ID. Or is it the fact that it does it need a default value? I'm gonna try that. No, that shouldn't be the case. Section ID should be unique. I doubt it's actually copied it. No. Okay. PHP my admin unique not working. All is unique except several rows with null in them. Unique construct still apply as no is not checked. I'm checking for unique value. You can have the entire table have a no value in a unique field without any error message. No, why isn't this being made unique? I wonder if it's because of this. Help, and now let's try it. Okay, it's because of that. My bad. So the reason we're creating another ID is because, like I was saying, we want to pass in that in this thingamajiggy instead of putting an ID there. And the reason we're creating another one and not just using the title is we'll be doing this a similar system for title as well. I mean for the forum categories as well, and as a result you don't want to have spaces in there, so we'll have basically a category ID which will probably just be like general discussion, but you can name whatever you want as long as it's unique. And I'm going to change these to, you know, general help blah blah blah. Actually I'm just going to check all, edit, probably quicker if I do it like this, general, copy that, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it. There should be help. Oh shit. And this should be that. Okay, my bad indeed. What's it saying? Please enter a valid number. Ah, it's meant to be a number. So I need to change that because obviously we're no longer using the ID, we're using the varchar section ID now. This obviously isn't unique because it could apply to several sections, but we'll have a category ID which will be unique, and we'll implement that very soon. Should I implement it now? Yeah, I'm going to implement it now. So I'm going to go to add another one. I'm going to add it after ID. It's going to be varchar 32 category ID. Save. And now if we go back to all of our data, check all, click edit, and now the section ID, we're going to put general, copy that. We'll sort out the section ID first before we sort out the category ID. This is going to be help, 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 help. So now I'm just going to copy that and put that into here. So general discussion. I'm going to do the same for this. Ask for features. Features. Probably would have been quick. Definitely would have been quicker if I just did it for top tier myself. Showcase. I'm gonna put competition for this. That's it. General. Ooh. General help. Programming. Science. Computer science. No, science. Computer science. Maths. History, and that should be it. Okay, so we should be able to go browse. That's all done. So if we go to the structure now, for the category ID, we should be able to make this bad boy unique. That's all good. Now going back to our code, we're going to append $row section ID. So now if we go back, category is general. Okay, that is good. And now what we need to do is get this particular ID, and we can do that by going to, I know we did it in here, I can't quite remember, so we'll just get it from here. If I go to forum and in $code $username, so I'm going to put, so this is going to be categories $code, and it's not, it shouldn't be $code, it should be $ID. Copy and paste this into here. I'm going to put this as ID. Put this as ID. $ID. I'll create this model as well, and this is going to be forum category. Just looking at the name is though, so forum category. This is going to be ID. ID. Save that in our models. What we realistically need is models underscore models underscore and where was it? It was in forum. So look at where we're doing this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put it within here. Should I put it within there? Yeah, I'll put it within here. So, because obviously the views don't have classes, it's only the controller and the model that definitely have classes. So I'm going to put new file, and this is going to be, actually I'm going to create a folder. Should I create a folder? Or should I just create one for forum? So forum.php. Forum category. Go within here. Names. No, need to open up PHP. Namespace. Sonar. Class. Model. So we've just got this, so this is going to be public ID instead. And now should just be able to go to, so let's just confirm how we're doing in here. So if we go to user, activate, I'm just doing $data, username, it's been so long since I've touched on this. It's just sort of coming back to me. Dollar. Okay, so $data. So let's go back to categories, and in here I'm gonna print out echo $data. Just confirm it is arriving. ID. Controller line 9. Model underscore my bad. This is to do with the actual file itself. Is meant to be here. No such file directory in forum category. Should I call it forum category? Should I call it forum? I could just have the classes within here, I guess. Yeah, so forum. So if I go back to forum, call it forum. Forum category, rename, category. I'm going to create a new folder. Nope, no, forget that. Refresh. Okay, we got categories and it's popping up as general. Type something random, it's doing that. Okie dokie. So now we can go to our categories page. We're actually going to get this and put this in $category ID equals this. And if we go to our forum class, we've got a get sections method. But what we're going to do is create a get and load method for the categories. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. And I'll replace this with this. And instead of load section, it's load categories. I'm going to copy and paste that and just change the word get to load to be easier than changing sections to categories. Categories result. Categories result. Category results. It's not even doing anything. It would appear not. So if I were to just go back to the home page, no sections available. It's mega weird. Oh, you need this, but we're not doing anything with the sections results. So we need this still, and instead of saying sections, we need categories. Categories. So copy this over onto here. Everything from categories table. We won't do a query. We'll do it based. We'll do a get. We'll sort that out in a second. And instead of this, we're going to do categories. Retrieve the sections, the forum sections. Check if any sections exist. Check if any categories exist. Retrieve the forum categories from the database, and this should be like so. Now, the only thing we've got to do is now, if we go to, I'm pretty sure in the comment section we've got a get command. So if I do this, we'll go back to forum, and for the column it is section ID, and for the ID it needs to be passed in. $ID, $ID. So $ID. Happy with that. In all fairness. So I should be able to just change that to get. And that should get the not comments table name, it should be categories table name. Now, apart from that, that should be all good. Should just be able to do get categories. So if I go to categories, so we need $forum equals new sonar /forum $categories result equals $forum get categories, and in here we're passing in the dollar category ID, and now just to keep things simple for now, just to make sure it's working, we're going to print out the category result. We'll actually loop through it and do it properly in a second. That looks like it's got what we wanted. Good stuff, good stuff. So we would actually do is if dollar categories result. Actually, what we're going to do is if not categories result, anything after this assumes that it's correct. If it's not, if no categories have been returned, we're just going to simply take them back to the home page. So this will be sonar / redirect : :2, and this is forum / home. I think forum should get the job done. So now if I were to put that, because that's not a valid category, it does not, it redirects us back, so that's good. If we go to the home section now, actually how much time has passed? Half an hour. So what I'm going to do, go and get some tea, and then we'll come back and finish off the categories results. Just give me a second. I am back. Now let's continue with this. So we got the categories, and now what we want to do is actually just sort of print it out in a very similar fashion, like so. So if we go to categories, we can get rid of this if statement. You know what, I'm going to enclose it in an else just in case it tries to get to this code, because this code hasn't fully done its effect, and it actually tries to print something out and it gives the user some error. So we'll do this category result as $row, and for this we'll do ahref. It's going to be category. This is going to be category ID. This is going to be title. Actually, you know what? I'm going to enclose this within a h3. and then I'm going to on a new line like so. I'm going to put echo just a p tag, and for this I'm going to do sonar forwards. Now I'm going to do $row description refresh. Ooh, line 22 semicolon refresh. There we go, we have our different sections now. Obviously if this wasn't valid, capital doesn't matter, which is good. That messes it up, which is obviously good. We don't want that to come up, but there we go. This should take us to category programming, which is exactly what we want. We haven't implemented the variable pass-through yet, but we'll be implementing that now. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. So in category, we're going to we'll put this, actually I'll put this within a H1. Put it on here as well. Actually, I think should print out what the actual category, like what the section is for this category. So it is, well, it's, what's it called, it's this. So what I believe we should do is, if it's obviously valid, then we need to go back to forum. Gonna create a public function get section, not get section, but this is just gonna be get section. I don't know whether having this is a bit of an overkill, having these load categories method. I just feel like we're just almost adding extra code for the sake of adding extra code. Because at the end of the day, we still need to do most of this check anyway. So I think having the two methods is fine. Actually, I would like to hear the community feedback, see what they think about it. So I'm going to put load section, and then get section. I won't have a load section method. So I'm going to copy and paste that into here. It's going to be the get sections table name, and you need to pass in the ID. This is going to be called section ID, and for this all I'm going to do is should actually come out with something, otherwise should never reach this point technically. Dollar this, no, return, I'm going to return this, return that like so. So get section, so for get section, if I go back to categories, and I'm going to do $4 forum get section, you need to pass in the dollar category ID, and now we need to do echo. Going to be a h1 tag, and we're going to say, we're going to assign this to dollar section. Actually, if I go to forum, I should not only return the results, it should be, if I go back to DB results, where's that method? There's a method called first. So first, that's the one we want. So if I go back to forum, we should actually be returning only first. So if we go back to categories, what we're going to do is do dollar section info dollar section equals dollar section title. I'm going to put a space, and for this it'll be categories. So if we go back, save, it says help categories, which is good. That's the reason the styling messed up. So there you go, it actually gets the, what's it called? Obviously that don't work, but if we go to general, it says general categories. Yep, I'm liking that. I am liking that indeed. So in the category page now, what we're going to do, we need to create the appropriate model for this. So this is going to be forum category. Yeah, that's, we could just use this same model, I guess. The only reason I'm hesitant about using the same model, or rather have a separate model, is even though we're passing in an ID at the moment now, and though the IDs are technically, you know, it's a section ID and a category ID, it's just one ID. I think we should create a different one, and I'm going to call it forum categories. I'm going to rename that to categories. Make sure it's still working, which it is not. Forum categories. So now we need to go to here. We'll copy, actually no, we'll copy and paste this into here, and it's going to be forum category. So we're going to use forum category, and now if we were to go to the model, I'm going to copy, and actually I'm just going to right click. Can I duplicate? Nope, I cannot. So copy that, create a new model called forum category.php, and in here I'd be called forum category. ID is no, I'm happy with that result. Make sure it's working. If we do, we'll just echo some data out. It'll be $data ID, save, refresh, click that, and it's moaning because on the forum in the controller line 28 there is no, what's it called, parameter being passed in, and now that looks all good. Okay, we obviously do the checks. If it's not a valid category, we'll just get rid of it. So Now what we're going to do is within the category page we actually need to get within the category page. This is where it's going to become a bit more meaty. What we're going to do now, what we're going to need is, we've already printed off all of this stuff. Now we need to print off questions. We also need a category ID within here. We technically have it, but this needs to be a varchar now. So varchar 32, and we'll make it unique. So yeah, I might as well just end up creating the front end part of it. So if I go to category, just thinking. Okay, so the front end, we're going to need a commenting style front end. So we'll need this. We'll modify it obviously. Whack that down here, and we'll need two fields. One is going to be for text area, and for this I'm going to call this description text area, description text area, and that should be, if I go back to commenting, should be this. So if we go to category and capital G, capital F, and description text area, copy and paste that into here, get rid of that, get rid of that. This is going to change a bit. It's going to become an input now, and for this, the type is going to be text. For the name, actually no, for this it's going to be title, input, and now I want to change this to not post comment, post question. I want to call it just post. You can obviously name this however you want. If I go back, refresh. So I'm actually going to put this on. So I'm closing it within a div. I might as well just use a break line. Refresh, and here we go. So now this will be our basically our post that we'll be posting within this particular category. We obviously don't have the check at the moment to see if this is a valid category, so we're gonna do that check as well. We really should do that check now. So if I go to forum, and I really should comment here a bit more. I usually comment loads, but just been into the flow so much, and I've just been trying to do as much code as I can in these videos. Okay, get the section, get a section, get the table row from the table row for a section. get all the categories for a section, load all the categories for a section, get all the sections, load all the sections, so if we go here, we need a method called getCategory. That's all we need. So we need the information for that particular category. So it's actually going to be very similar to this. Get the table row for a category. So the sections table name is going to be categories table name, and it's going to be called category, and this is it really. Return false. Same with this one else, return false. And now we need to change this to get category. So if I go to category, I'm actually going to put this as a PHP tag, and I'm going to put dollar category ID equals that. Now we're going to dollar forum equals sonar backslash forum, and now we're going to do if dollar forum. Now we're going to do dollar category result equals dollar forum get category. I was just checking if I had it copied into the clipboard, and paste in the category ID. So now we just check if this is valid, else so for the else we're going to do sonar backslash redirect colon colon 2, and for this we're going to put forum. For this we're going to put print underscore r for now, category result, undefined function sonar forum, new, refresh. Okay, it doesn't like that for some reason. Category result, I guess it isn't returning anything for some reason, because at the end of the day it's hitting this. Forum get category. Let's have a look. Go back to forum, get category, dollar ID with category ID equals that. And yep, it's got the right category. If we go to showcase, it's got the right category. So now, what we'll actually do is if we go to category, we will actually do, and I'm guessing if I were to put an invalid category here, like so, takes us back to the home page of forum, which is good. I'm going to do echo h1, and this is going to be dollar category result title category showcase category. And if I go back to help, computer science category. Okay, that is looking pretty darn good. It's coming up to an hour now, so I'll be wrapping up soon. So for the next video, I'll make a note, and what we're doing is submit post, and I think there was another thing within here, not only being able to submit a post, commenting system on the post page after retrieval. And the other thing I'm thinking is, if I go to here, for example, if I typed in, okay, that just goes no page. If I were to try and do, okay, okay, I'm actually very happy with that. We can leave that as it is. Let me save that. I'm going to commit this code to GitHub now. So if I go to GitHub and close this as well, don't need this at all. So applications as usual, XAMPP, and just copy and paste all this code. Sync this bad boy, open in Finder, go to the code folder, get rid of that, paste our code into here. So yes, we've changed a few things. Okay, it's going well. Probably going to need a couple more days to finish off the forum system, a little longer than expected, but that is fine, because we're going to have a nice, well, forum after this. I also need to make sure we check if the user's logged in to, you know, do the appropriate stuff. We'll do that when we get to it, probably in the next video, because otherwise you shouldn't be able to post. So I'm actually going to put that on the GitHub page. So day 10 code commit, and it was forum system part 2. But before I commit, I'm going to go to here, export. Again, I'm just going to export SQL. Originally I was exporting it in a wide, or like every single format, my PHP, my admin panel supported, but I think this will it's easier for me this way. If you have any other like ones that you want, please let me know, and if you think they should always be on there, please let me know as well, because this is a community project by the community for the community. So okay, that is looking good. So commit to master, sync. That has now synced. If I go back to GitHub, just check it. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go to the docs, notes, and I do want to add a thing for the submit post. Only, no, not only. Only allow if the user is logged in. Otherwise, hide the field and prevent the action. Okay. So commit changes. there we go. We're getting there with our forum system. It's the end of day 10. We've achieved quite a bit over these 10 or so days. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to post them on our education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. There'll be a link in the description to that. Plus, comment on this video, tweet to us any way that you feel free, that you feel comfortable to communicate, and we will try and respond. If you have any suggestions, any ideas for the code, any features, or any new ways of doing things, additions, whatever, we definitely recommend, if you want to add to the GitHub code, do a commit request and we'll take a look at it, and I'm sure you'll be okay, and then we'll accept, because this is a project by the community for the community, so we can create the best PHP web framework, and eventually probably be front-end based as well, so the best web framework ever. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment, and as usual, thank you for watching. I've already said that twice now, and I will see you in day 11.